Behind every monetary policy decision lies a story of strategy, data, consumer behavior, and economic impact.
Achieving macroeconomic stability requires sustained vigilance and a proactive monetary policy stance. Our focus must remain on price stability, the planned transition to an inflation targeting framework, and strategies to restore purchasing power and ease economic hardship.
Welcome to Facts Behind the Figures, the program that decodes the data and dissects the decisions shaping our economy. Beyond interest rate shifts to inflation targets, we go behind the headlines, spotlighting the rationale, the stakes, and the signals behind Central Bank of Nigeria's economic policy decisions. Not excluding your views, of course, as we navigate these economic and financial terrains. This is Facts
Behind the Figures.
Insight, analysis, clarity, facts behind the figures, where policy meets perspective.
In a year marked by resilience and reform, the Central Bank of Nigeria continues to steer the economy towards greater stability. At the start of 2025, headline inflation stood at 24.48%. Today, it is down to 18.2%, a clear sign that the bank's monetary policy stance is yielding positive results. From a careful review of the monetary policy rate to decisive liquidity measures, these actions are shaping real progress in price stability and restoring confidence across the economy. Welcome to Facts Behind the Figures. As always, we will give you analytical insights into sentiment analysis of the bank's policies and programs with the implications on the nation's economy. I am Sotechi Evo. At the 302nd Monetary Policy Committee meeting that held between the 22nd and the 23rd of September 2025, the CBN reaffirmed its commitment to balancing growth with price stability, which led to a review of the nation's monetary policy rate down by 500 basis points, the first adjustment in 2 years. Governor Olayemi Cardoso and the committee emphasized the importance of sustaining the momentum of recent gains while consolidating fiscal and monetary alignments. The impact? A record-breaking 11,200 global live stream views, the highest audience in MPC history, showing not just national attention but global confidence in Nigeria's economic direction. Following the MPC decisions, the central bank, as usual, engaged the public through a LinkedIn-based post-MPC survey, the largest of its kind to date. Over 930 votes were recorded across 8 questions, complemented by more than 65 audience reactions. 79% found the bank's communications clear and timely. 80% said they were informative and engaging. 79% believe the CBN is effectively fulfilling its regulatory role. 66% foresee positive economic outcomes from the MPC decisions. These numbers show rising public confidence and appreciation of the bank's transparent communication approach. Well, Nigerians also had their say on what can be better. Feedback from the survey emphasized the need to simplify technical language in policy communication, more visual explainers and short videos for the public, consistent audience feedback loops before and after MPC meetings. As one respondent put it, "We understand the direction. Now, help us understand the details." Beyond digital engagement, we take feedback from ordinary Nigerians seriously, so we took it to the streets to hear directly from Nigerian entrepreneurs, traders, and analysts about their perception of monetary policy and its impact on their daily lives.
There should be a strong synergy between the CBN and the farmers and even the traders and other agencies, so that in trading you know why you are taking the loan, the policy, and also the rate of interest in any facility that you are taking from the bank. So we now appeal to the CBN to please, they should facilitate and also bring down the interest rate so they can assist the farmer to produce, and the period of repayment should be increased from 3 to 5 years, as the case may be.
Our people need information. What are the programs that central bank are running? What are you doing to help the rural farmers, the rural people? We now know that if you save money with microfinance, you need to ask them for a loan over a period of time. You're being told some of the areas you're not supposed to invest your money. You're being told some of the areas, some of the things you're not supposed to do. When they tell you an investment will give you 100% in 3 months, it's not realistic and it may not function. Yes, so it's a very good thing that CBN is coming to take this information to the people.
I think, in my own opinion, the CBN policy is beginning to work, because it is evident that it is reflecting in the economy. The Naira is becoming stable, and then there has been no fluctuation up and down. Of recent, we had that the Naira against dollar is 1,600, but it has dropped to around 1,460. So thumbs up to CBN, and we are giving them, we are hoping that they will do more concerning the policies of the economy.
CBN has done a lot to promote and to enhance agricultural financing in Nigeria. I will not be able to enumerate all, but definitely CBN has really played very critical functions by providing funding for agricultural development in the state. You know, in Nigeria we have foreign development partners that fund and invest in agriculture in the country and in the state in general. So such transactions are not directly from such investors, international or foreign investors, to the states. So they pass through CBN, and CBN has been carrying out that function very, very effectively.
I really liked it that CBN is using the current trend, social media network, to communicate to Nigerians and enlighten Nigerians about their MPC meetings and outcomes, and people can relate with it. It's also great to see them using credible platforms like LinkedIn. It gives us confidence that the information is authentic and coming directly from their official handles.
Well, this initiative is indeed a very good initiative for us, the farmers, because before now we've been finding it very difficult to see how we can participate in the banking sector. We have a lot of resources which should have been kept in the bank by farmers, and because we are not close to the banks are very far from us, some of us hide our money on the ground. And at times when this flood comes and all these things, we lose both our products and the money that we have hidden on the ground because we cannot locate the bank. So, but with this program now that the CBN is saying, there's going to be an alternative access to the bank. I think it's a welcome idea for us. The bank will now be closer to the farmers than it was before now.
To help unpack what these numbers mean, we spoke with financial analyst Enita Loniro, who shared his perspective on the local and global economic outlook, as well as the implications of the latest MPC decisions.
The global economy remains on its recovery path as inflation continues to ease in major economies, although at different speeds. However, global financial conditions remain relatively tight, as we have seen in the commodities market, particularly gold prices continue to rise. This has potential of limiting capital flows to developing countries like Nigeria. Despite these developments, domestically, the Nigerian economy continues to stabilize, as we see gains from earlier reforms and policy adjustments are beginning to materialize. We have seen inflation fall to 20.12% in August 2025, making the 5th consecutive month of decline. This is indeed a sign that inflation expectations are becoming more stable. Additionally, the real GDP, that is, the size of the economy even after accounting for inflation, grew by 4.23% in second quarter of 2025, up from 3.13% in first quarter of 2025. The main drivers of this growth has been the services sector, trade, ICT, and particularly oil output as well. The foreign exchange market has also stabilized, with the naira trading between 1450 to 1500 US dollar per naira, and the gap between the official and the BDC rates has significantly narrowed to below 1% difference. External reserves also rose to 43.05 billion at some point in September 2025, while the current account surplus widened to 5.28 billion in the second quarter of 2025. This was also supported by higher oil receipts, remittances, and interestingly, lower imports. These are all positive signs of stability returning to the Nigerian economy. Consequently, at the September 2025 meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee, we saw the MPC lower the monetary policy rate by 50 basis points to 27%, showing that they have confidence in the disinflation trend and their aim to support economic recovery while safeguarding stability is entrenched. Generally, on the outlook for Nigeria, inflation is expected to continue easing as the exchange rate further stabilizes, fuel prices moderate, and food supply improves as we are in the harvest season. Good prospects also remain significantly positive, supported by improved energy supply, rising investor confidence, and most importantly, improved fiscal monetary coordination. Confidence in the Nigerian economy has improved, as this has been reflected in stronger equities market performance, and several international rating agencies are having very positive outlook for the Nigerian economy. Overall, with the slowdown in inflation, stability in the naira, stronger reserves, and rising investor confidence, one can indeed say that Nigeria is turning a corner.
With inflation easing and digital engagement at record levels, it's clear the central bank's coordinated efforts are paying off. The next step is sustaining transparency and reinforcing public education on how policy decisions translate into real-world outcomes. The facts are clear. The nation's economy is finding its balance. From inflation moderation to digital communication milestones, the Central Bank of Nigeria is proving that strategic consistency and open dialogue are powerful tools for economic stability. As policies evolve and the bank continues to listen, one message stands out. Engagement builds understanding, and understanding builds trust. Let us keep the conversation going.